What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shakes coming to you guys with a video right now. So I want to go over a few things for the Philadelphia Eagles from news the other day, and want to go over that the Eagles actually brought in Andrew Booth Jr. on a pre-draft visit. Yeah, I guess it already happened. We didn't find out about it till yesterday, and that's a good sign. The Eagles are looking at first-round cornerbacks. If you guys know Ahmad Sauce Gardner, the cornerback from Cincinnati, will be visiting the Eagles at NovaCare Complex this weekend. Okay, now with as well as there's some rumors about Tyrann Mathieu, having a pre-draft visit as well. So Eagles look like they're have a lot of interest in first-round cornerbacks right now, which is a really good thing. You bring a cornerback into this building, Big Play Slay is here to mentor this guy to become the #1 in the future. With obviously Slay, coming off maybe a couple years after his contract, a few more years with the Eagles, and that's it. Still playing at a high level, and the perfect mentor for a first-round cornerback coming to the building would be Big Play Slay to one of these guys. So Andrew Booth Jr., I think one of the best tackling corners, going into the league, especially as well as Tyrann Mathieu. I think he has a really good balance between, zone coverage and man coverage. Can play both, and this this Jonathan Gannon hybrid defense that we're going to be putting on display this year. Obviously, with better talent around this defense that could do it, and I think Andrew Booth Jr. would be a perfect fit here. So, I mean, between the cornerback spot, the #2 spot is empty right now. I mean, Steven Nelson hasn't signed yet. They've had some rumors about Xavier Rhodes maybe coming here because Gannon used to coach him when he was a cornerback coach with the Colts. So there is familiarity there. Stephon Gilmore, there's stuff about that going on. But at this point, I'm kind of out on Stephon Gilmore. I want to draft a homegrown talent at cornerback. We tried taking a chance on Sidney Jones in 2017, the second round, which he was supposed to be the Eagles' first-round pick in that draft. But, the Achilles injury kind of messed everything up. So the Eagles get another shot at getting one of these cornerbacks. Okay, so since we are talking about cornerbacks, so Booth Jr. already visited the Eagles. Tyrann Mathieu rumored to get on a pre-draft visit, and now you have Sauce Gardner coming to the NovaCare this weekend, which is great. Derek Stingley had his pro day, and he was just a monster today. His broad jump, 10.2. I mean, 38.5-inch vertical. You had 4.37 40 time. Okay, he looked really good. I watched the whole thing today. I thought he looked absolutely amazing. Now, do we think that Stingley's draft stock did go up from this pro day? Probably did, because, Derek Stingley put a lot of teams on notice and says, if you pass on me, you're going to make a big mistake. Okay, now Derek Stingley, where is he going to get drafted? I think whether the Eagles have to move up for Sauce, they have to move up for Sauce, because I think Sauce is going to go top 7. It's going to go to the Jets, the Giants. I mean, there's a lot of teams. He's visiting a lot of teams right now, visiting the Eagles, like I said, this weekend. They have Derek Stingley now. I think you still got to move up, because the teams I'm kind of worried about, like I said, the Jets, the Giants, I'm looking at not the Ravens so much, but the Vikings at 12 really make me nervous, because between the stuff that's going on with Gladney right now, they just signed Patrick Peterson to a 1-year deal like last week, something like that. And I think that is the perfect spot to move up in front of number 12. And obviously I think you have Washington in front of them, which that's going to be a hard one to do. So you might have to get at least top 10, at least at the 9th overall. Maybe try to trade with the Seahawks. The Seahawks are definitely interested in a cornerback. Maybe you can move up to number 9, and they want to trade back a few spots. I think that would be one of the perfect trade-up options. Obviously, you have 6 with Carolina, because I think some of these teams might want to trade back because it's a reach. Some of these quarterback-needy teams don't need to draft that early for a Kenny Pickett or a Malik Willis or Rattler or some of these other guys that are coming out right now, Matt Corral or whoever you want to get into your offense as a starting quarterback. So I think some of these teams, I think Howie will be aggressive, and some of these teams will, want to trade back a few spots. I think Eagles being at 15, 18 are actually perfect spots to move up to get Stingley or Sauce. You're gonna have to give up, you have to give up at least the 15th pick, maybe the 18th pick in a 3rd round. The Eagles got an extra 3rd rounder out of that Saints-Eagles trade, so the extra 3rd rounder is going to come in handy. Like I said, I thought that was a good trade because we got more ammo out of it. Okay, we have an extra 3rd round pick now. That's just ammo to move up. I think that's perfectly great. So whether you're going to get Sauce, Derek Stingley, it looks fantastic, but there's still a what if to Derek Stingley if he's still going to play at a high level. I mean, he looks like he's in really good shape right now, and he's ready to go. So I would definitely take a chance. I really would. I really want them to draft a cornerback this year. So I say if Sauce and Stingley are gone and the Eagles can't move up too much, then they could pretty much settle for Andrew Booth, which I think is going to be, he's coming off sports hernia surgery, which isn't a big deal, but he will be ready to play this year. And Trent McDuffie, a lot of rumors with him. So Derek Stingley, holy crap, looks fast as hell, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to see where Derek Stingley. I mean, look, he could fall. Who knows? But at this point in time, as we need as many quarterbacks and as many defensive ends or whatnot to be taken top 10 for at least the Eagles to have a chance. Because moving up, you have to move up between 10 and 9. And I think moving up to that Seahawks pick at 9, I think would be a perfect touch for them if you want to go grab Stingley. I think you have to move up probably more for Sauce, to be honest with you. I think he's going to be a top 7. It's going to be really hard to get Sauce, but the Eagles could, hopefully make some moves. So we'll see when the time comes. So that's another cornerback definitely on the Eagles board right now, Derek Stingley. So we'll definitely see about that. Now, there has been some news update about the Tyrann Mathieu Honey Badger news as of right now. Now, he did visit the Saints the other day, and they didn't get a deal done at all. He left the building. Could be years, could be money. I don't know what he wants because this is very late in free agency. He's still relatively young, could play at a high level, and you know what I mean? For safeties can play over 32, 33 years old. And I think Tyrann Mathieu has a lot more in the tank, and the Eagles are still in communications with Tyrann Mathieu as of right now. So, guys, there is still a chance the Eagles could fill that back end of the roster right now. They really can. I'm at the back end of this defense. I'm pretty pumped, guys. Like, if there wasn't a lot of free agents at all, there wasn't a lot of free agents I was really interested in. Maybe a couple, and the Eagles passed up on a lot of guys because of not just money, but we locked up a lot of our own guys last year too. But man, Tyrann Mathieu would be perfect at the back end of this. At the safety position, it's an empty spot right there. Marcus Epps isn't going to be your guy. He's going to be your number 3 safety. That's going to be more of your role player type safety. Which got to give Marcus Epps some credit. He is 26 years old, and he played pretty well last year. So there is still hope for Tyrann Mathieu. There is still hope for him. So that's pretty much it, guys. So a lot of cornerback talk and Tyrann Mathieu talk, and very excited to see what the Eagles do in the next few weeks. The Tyrann Mathieu thing, there has been some other news about that. He's taking his time. Now, he hasn't even visited the Eagles yet. So if he hasn't even visited the Philadelphia Eagles at the NovaCare, I would pipe it down a little bit and take it with a grain of salt. But the Eagles are on top of this like crazy. I don't know how many years. I mean, I'm hoping it's long-term. At least if it's at least a 3-year deal, I'll be happy with it. So he's in the building for a couple of years at least, if that's the case. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about Andrew Booth on the pre-draft visit, Sauce Gardner on the pre-draft visit this weekend, and then you have Derek Stingley that the Eagles definitely could trade up for as well, and to see if they would take a chance on him. And trust me, Eagles like to take players in the draft coming off injury. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen before. So you guys let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and I will see you guys later. Shake Squad up, follow us. Peace out, guys. Peace.